This is Michael Williams, the founder of the Start Speaking Training Center. Welcome back. Today, we are going to be looking at self-confidence and courage. Self-confidence and courage. Now, if you've been watching the other videos, I just want you to know that we are progressing through a series of training sessions as we build up to what I call the TAP, T-A-P approach. And once we get into that, I would consider that to be the meat of this program. And the things that we're talking about now in terms of the self-confidence, self-concept, self-esteem, those are all foundations, and those are all very important. Things that I didn't really deal with as completely as I could have in the DAM strategy. So we're looking at those things here because they're very important in helping us move from where we are now to where we want to be in the future. So today we're going to be looking at self-confidence and courage, and as we move through the progression of trainings that are foundational, in which we're almost done, we'll be looking at the TAP approach. And in the TAP approach, we're going to look at the fact that you are transforming. You're transforming. You're in a transformational process. What does that mean? What does that look like? How do you do it? How does that impact how you speak? Okay? And then the A stands for actualizing or actualization. Now, I know these are big words, but I break them down for you and share with you exactly what they mean. So we talk about actualizing or actualization. We're talking about the internal process. You know, this work that we're doing is internal. In fact, the majority of the work that you do on your life and anything that you change in, any major improvement that you make in your life, the majority of it, I would say more than 80% of it, is internal. That is, changes that need to be made in your attitudes, in your thoughts, in your beliefs, in your emotions, and so forth. And then the P stands for patterning or patternization. Now, that's a word that I made up. I haven't really seen it on the web, and if I did see it, or if you do see it, it's not really used much. I don't think you'll find it in the dictionary. It's patterning or modeling, you could use that word. And that is where you actually find someone that you can model yourself after, that you can pattern yourself after. It's also a matter of picking something and practicing it over and over. That's picking a subject or topic, creating a presentation and practicing that, or reciting it over and over and over again. It's rehearsing it over and over and over again. And one of the things that helps is when you pattern yourself after someone else. So we'll dig deep into that, but I just wanted to let you know where we're going so that you wouldn't say, well, is this, or are you just going to talk about self-esteem and self-concept? I've read all that stuff already. You know, how do I stop stuttering? So I'm just sharing that with you. So let's look at today's lesson, which is about self-confidence and courage. Now, self-confidence, let's break that word down a little bit. Let's remove the self and look at confidence. There's a word in Greek that we find in the New Testament. It's pytho. And this word has to do with trust and belief and confidence. Trust, belief, and confidence. When we add self in front of that, it has to do with trusting, believing, and having confidence in oneself. Now, I know some people say, well, you know, shouldn't we have confidence in God, or shouldn't we have confidence in higher power? Well, none of us are completely autonomous. That means none of us can completely survive and do everything on our own. We all need some help, some assistance. We're all here by the grace of God. We all breathe by the grace of God. And so, in everything that we do, everything that we have, we must understand that we didn't get it all or do it all completely by ourselves. Now, in saying that, there is something that you and I have been given that allows us to have a certain degree of confidence and trust and belief in ourselves. That is, you and I must believe that we can do something before we actually do it. We must. Now, there are times when we might not think we can do something, but we do it anyway. We don't think we can do something, but we do. But there are some things that are so great that takes so much faith and trust and hard work and persistence that if we don't believe we can do it, we won't be able to do it. Does that make sense? So if you've been caught in the cycle of not being able to speak as fluently as you like, or stuttering or stammering or anxiousness, then the one thing that you need is a sense of self-confidence, right? A sense of courage. So what's courage? And we'll come back to the concept in just a second. So what is courage? Well, courage isn't, and you've probably heard this before, but courage isn't the absence of fear. So when you're courageous, it doesn't mean that there's never any fear, that you're never afraid. But courage, it's been said,